What's up, guys? Having a little problems with my camera this morning, but it ain't gonna stop me from delivering this content. So, like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. I will be going live at some point today. Got to go take a ride. Got to go to a couple shoe stores, but that's neither here or there. I got some picks that I'm gonna be playing and some picks that I'm leaning on. Okay, so let's get right to it. First game on the docket we have, and these picks they coincide with prize picks and sports books, okay? Because I do a little mixture for everyone, all right? And we always, especially live, we get up on a few picks in the same game parlay or whatever the case may be. So either way it goes, Toronto Raptors at Washington Wizards. This is a rematch. These teams just played. Pascal Siakam got into foul trouble. I would say it was a disaster, but it is what it is. All right. So I was all over Pascal Siakam points in that game. So what I'm looking at right now, I was over Pascal Siakam points. I was on Pascal. I was on the Pascal Siakam total and Fred VanVleet. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He cashed for me last game. I think I'm looking to go right back to the well on this one here. Fred VanVleet's assist prop. But where I want to really take it at is on prize picks. His assist prop was sitting at 7. That's to where I can get a push at. So I like it there. Okay. Um, couldn't talk you off of it on the books to get it at 7.5. He's hit this very number 7.5 in 4 straight games. Okay, 8, 9, 15, and 8 assists. All right. Um, DeLon Wright. Okay, here's a guy. A veteran. He knows how to play the game. I'll be looking at this. I have some interest in this assist prop. Okay, I have some interest in a lot of things for DeLon Wright. Tell you the truth. You know, uh, in the absence of Monte Morris, he's been getting a start. He's a good defender, things of that nature. He played back 30 minutes in back-to-back games. Pretty low usage player. Don't really too much look at him for points, but he had 11 assists. It's just a small lean. You don't. I probably won't even be getting to the well on him. Where I really want to get to the well on him is at his fancy score on draft on Prize Picks. Uh, unfortunately, draft. Unfortunately, they don't have fancy score out right now. But he had 37 and a half. Fancy score versus this team last time he played them. I think his fantasy score probably comes out around 20, 22, between 22-ish or something like that. So I couldn't talk you off his. He's averaging 21 fantasy points a game. So that's one thing I had to point out. But they don't have fantasy score out right now. Uh, Pascal Siakam. It's a lot of different, it's a multitude of ways that you can back Pascal Siakam. He did get into foul trouble last game, but rebounds and assists are sitting at 12.5. That's pretty low. He's hit this number, I think, I want to say 3 out of his last 4 games. We know what he can do. We know what he can do. Yeah, let me see. 1, 2, 3 out of his last 4 games. That's correct. Like I said, we know what he's capable of. This number is pretty low for him. So I got interest in that number as well. All right, 12 and a half. Let me see. Let me put that over there. Uh, didn't talk off his points or anything like that. Like I said, he got into foul trouble, man, last game. Let me put them over there so you guys can see it. Wow. Yakapurtle. All right. So I'll be looking at Yakapurtle because let me see. Hold on. Rebounds and assists. Pascal Siakam, what is it over here? So we don't have a rebounds and assist line for him out on prize picks yet, but you can look at it when it comes out, if it comes out over there. Yeah. So Yakapurto, like I was about to say, I couldn't talk you off so we don't have Yakapurto's numbers out either. But I went to his fantasy score last time these two teams played. Uh, you know, versus centers. They not the greatest versus centers. This Washington team, they giving up probably like the 7th or 8th most real points to the centers and fantasy points. I think they're peaking out around. They're peaking out somewhere, but matchups are key. All right. So last time these two teams played, Jacoperto did give them I think 56 fantasy points. Yeah. So here's a guy who's got, he knows how to play the basketball. He knows how to play the game. He does have a good basketball IQ. He'll hit you with some dimes, so some blocks and assists and yada yada yada. Okay. He had 3 blocks. He had 2 blocks and 3 steals in back-to-back games. You guys know that steals and blocks are worth 3 points apiece. So, and then on top of that, he's a double-double candidate. So, I couldn't talk you off him sprinkling something on him for a double-double. He had 23 and 13 points. I mean rebounds. Okay, so a double-double for Jacoperto, sitting at plus 140, and yeah, for sure. Couldn't talk off his rebounds and points either. If you just wanna take his rebounds and points and don't wanna, go over to the fantasy score over there on Prize Picks, you just want to stay here on the books. 22 and a half is a good number. 22 and a half is a good number. Like I said, he had 23 points last game alone. Okay. Uh, Kyle Kuzma had a good game, but that's about it, man. That's about it. That's about it. That's what I'm looking at right there. All right. Detroit Pistons at Cleveland Cavaliers. We got a 219 and a half over under in this spot here. It's a basketball game, so it's always something to like. All right. So here's what I'm looking at. The total has moved. I mean, the spread has moved up. I think it came out at 13 and a half or 14 and a half. So it's steady going up. All right. So this is what I'm looking at here. All right. First thing I'm looking at is winning at the end of every quarter. All right. It's gotten to a parlay piece at a minus 190. You can take that if you want. That means this is the wire to wire. All right, it's a parlay piece at minus 190, but it came out at about minus 160 last night. So what that means is, like I said, you have to be winning at the end of every quarter. Okay. Now, as far as the injury report with this game, we know there's a lot of people sitting in this one here. Um, so right now, I can run down some of the injuries to you guys. I really know them by heart, but let me just keep them. Boyan Bogdanovich is out. Duran is out. Isaiah Stewart is out. Burks is out. Livers is questionable. Probably he might end up being probable. So it's a lot of injury taking news there. So next play I want to look at here, as far as the side in this one. I like to bet. I like to bet margins and things like that. So um, I got real interest in the. I'm gonna end up sprinkling something on it anywhere it go. The Cavaliers 11-20. Um, that's a way that you could attack this one, and then you can sit back and live bet the 31 plus if you like. So those are some ways that I like to attack this one. Going back to the popular section, we have 3 double candidates here, in my opinion, and that would be it could be 4, but Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, uh, Darius Garland, and I don't see Wiseman, getting it in like that, but he might be one. They haven't put Marvin Bagley up. He's a pretty good rebounder as well. All right, so I really want to take a stab at Darius Garland's double double here. And I'm on his assist prop as well. He's had 9 and 11 assists in his last 2 games here. So that's something that you could look at there. All right. So him and Donovan Mitchell assist props in play. Okay, 4.5 and the 7.5. Okay. The rebounds, like I said, I probably just go to a double double for Jared Allen and sitting at 11.5. Couldn't talk you off this 11.5 though. I have interest in this 11. I got strong interest in that 11.5 rebounds. It's been a while since he's hit it. It's probably about 4 games, but it is what it is. And Evan Mobley, his rebound, I couldn't talk you off of it either. Okay. Um, Last but not least, here, I want to say for the books, let's hold on. Let's see what the rebound prop is on at Prize Picks for these guys. 9.5. I couldn't talk you off of that for Jakob is still sitting at 11.5. 9, you could get a push. You get a push for Evan Mobley at 9. So that's something you could look at there. Yeah. And then, some unders should be in play. Maybe some unders on James Wiseman. Probably can get in foul trouble. You could probably coop his PRAs up together and just pray for an under right there if you want. What is it? 22.5. You could probably pray for an under right there. Hopefully he get in foul trouble or something like that. You never know. Last but not least, between these two teams here, Detroit, they are 26-7 at home. All right, they have a great record at home. Between these two teams, I was looking at the team. I was looking at maybe a team total under for Detroit here. Their team total is sitting at 11. I mean 10. What is it? 10. What is it? We'll see. I forgot what it was. Away team total 101 and a half. Um, Detroit, Cleveland team total is 117 and a half. All right. So 101 and a half. Um, the last three games, Detroit hasn't even scratched 100 points versus this team. So Cleveland has beat these guys in 4 games straight. It'd be interesting to see. I think I'm going to sprinkle something on that Detroit team total uh um under 101 and a half. All right. So I'm gonna end up probably sprinkling something on that. All right, let me keep it moving. Okay, let me see. Detroit team total under 101. Under 101. Okay. Next game on the docket, we got Atlanta Hawks at Miami Heat. This is a back to back here. Okay. Um, you see, Fred VanVleet, his assists keep fluctuating right there. It's at 6.5 now. Um, Atlanta Hawks at Miami Heat here, 224.5 over under in this spot. This is a back to back for both teams, okay? Both teams here, well, we know Miami Heat will give up the three ball here. Um, I just don't know. I just don't know what I really want to do here because I ain't gonna try to force no prop or nothing like that. We don't have a lot of numbers out right now, but I was really thinking about the three ball for Trey Young and DeJounte Murray, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Let me see if we have any props out on on nah, we don't have any props out for the Miami Heat side. I mean on DraftKings. So I'll keep it moving. Save that for the live show or something like that. Uh it's a back to back between both teams though. Miami, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't like to back Miami that much Atlanta on the road. And Miami, it's a 2.5 point spread. They don't even, they're not a good cover team, man. Especially at home, man. They terrible. Another terrible matchup, another terrible game here is the Houston Rockets at San Antonio Spurs here. Uh, we've already got injury news for a few people. This is the Tank Bowl here. Uh, Keldon Johnson is doubtful. Devin Vassell is out, and Branham. We don't know what the injury news is for this one here, but um, I mean, Alper Sengun is in a good spot here. Both of these teams just give it up, man. I can't even. I don't. The tanking and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Interferes with a lot of stuff. I don't want to shove things down you guys' throat. So I'll just tape it. Maybe later on we'll get to it. Always remember I'm gonna drop some pics and stuff on my YouTube shorts and TikToks and stuff like that. But I'm gonna just wait on this one here. I mean, because if these guys weren't, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to like, if you ask me. But I mean, Alper Sengun, he's a double double guy. Zach Collins couldn't talk off his rebounds. Assist for Alper Sengun sitting at 5.5. That's a reasonable number. Kevin Porter Jr. and all these guys, the threes should be in play, but we'll see, man. We'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see. I don't want to give out too much, nothing here. You know what I'm saying? I don't. With these two teams tanking like that. Let's move to another competitive game, which is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers and Milwaukee Bucks, 231.5 over under. Milwaukee Bucks, here's a team that I don't want to step in front of, tell you the truth. So if I'm betting on this game right now, I'm going to let you know it's going to be Milwaukee Bucks or nothing for me at home. But that's if I'm betting on this game. And that's just right now. News can come out, anything can come out. However, some plays that I'm looking at here, going right to the assist prop. I'd imagine, you know, uh, you can alter this if you want, but I'm taking the over here, 6.5 assists for Drew Holiday. They're just gonna have to, they're just gonna have to crack me. You know what I'm saying? So you can get this assist prop over here on PrizePicks sitting at 7, I believe, 6. So I like that. You know what I'm saying? Even you can look at his rebounds and assists if you want. His rebounds and assists are sitting at 10.5. All right, he's hit this number at a pretty decent clip lately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his last 9 games. 10.5 rebounds and assists. Couldn't talk you off of that either. So those are some pick your poison plays there. Um, Now, Tyrese Maxey should be starting. So that kind of bodes well for somebody like Drew Holiday because that softens the defense up in the backcourt when you got James Harden out there trying or get the switch on Maxey. So I like that. Maxey might end up trying to guard uh I forget the two guys' name over there. The short guy. Maxey might end up on Grayson Allen, and then you might get James Harden on Drew Holiday, and Drew Holiday could probably end up having a game here. The three ball is in play for the usual suspects, so I couldn't talk you off anyone who shoots threes. Couldn't talk you off their threes. Milwaukee has shown the ability to give up the three ball. Okay, um, but I haven't really looked at a lot of other plays from this game, but those are some plays that really. So I'm not gonna shove anything else down you guys' throat. We'll save some plays for later on during the live show. A back to back for both of these teams here: Minnesota Timberwolves at Sacramento Kings, 237 and a 237 over under in this spot here. Um, we don't have any lines out for this one here, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Um, don't too much care if it's a back to back or not. I'm gonna be all over somebody's numbers like De'Aaron Fox. He's just a dog here. Couldn't talk you off Rudy Gobert's numbers. If he could find a way to be aggressive like last night, he could. The kid is barbecue chicken down there. What's his name? Uh, Sabonis. So I'll be looking at those two guys' numbers there. Not Sacramento Kings is not the greatest defensive team, and Anthony Edwards, his numbers could be in play as well. Uh, had 19 points lately. He hasn't been scoring a boatload of points. Hasn't taken 20 shots in 3 games, so that's something to keep an eye out on. All right. With that being said, guys, peace, man. I'm out. Good luck. I'll be live later on.